people tuned in, but we just gonna see how this goes.
I'm not tripping how many tuning. Fuck it, man.
Yeah.
They gotta get it, bro. Hey, it's a process, man. Listen, man, it's the Neo and Flocka show. You dig what I'm saying? I'm Flocka Trent, you dig? My boy Nee Ski.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We talking about all things cannabis. You know what I'm saying? The black market, we own that. The legal side, we own that. And today we had to do emergency. A motherfucking emergency podcast. I'm talking about this is I'm talking about this in the middle. This in the middle of both our mornings.
Yeah.
And we just brought them up like a week ago. We just were talking
Yeah,
about like
yeah. We were talking about the vape,
pandemic
the
and shit.
epidemic.
The vape epidemic. The vape epidemic. Say, bro, the owners of Dank's Vapes just got
You want me to
busted.
pull up the
Man, bring that shit
article?
up, man. Them folk got see that shit. Cause see, a lot of people
Yeah,
hearing Danks and they probably forgot the name. But when they
yeah.
gonna see, bring up a picture of the cartridge too, so you can know.
Yeah.
If you was fucking with them vapes in 2017 to about 2021, you had them Danks.
Yeah, the
Dank
dank
vapes,
vapes
man.
everywhere. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, shoot. It's a little funky,
If you was fucking with the Danks,
but yeah, man. Unfortunate situation, but just I'm gonna just read
man,
this. This is from the Blacklist. They like a big Instagram. They're like a big Instagram page within the cannabis industry. They always break news and things. So shout out to Blacklist for breaking this news. I think
yep,
it was like 2 hours ago. And I did find an article, but it was one of those where you gotta pay or something. So I'm not, it
yeah,
was like on the Cleveland Times or something like that. But they basically have the gist of everything. So the owners of Dank Vapes have been federally indicted. Whatever, Iton
mhm.
Cinders, Jake Lindsay, Justin Bailey. So I guess it was three people who owned it. Dank Vapes and Dank Woods. Did you ever hear of Dank Woods?
Mhm.
You heard of Dank Woods? Yeah, I never heard of
Yeah.
that, but they have been indicted in federal court in Cleveland for their involvement in a multi-million-dollar drug trafficking and money laundering operation. The charges include conspiracy to distribute and possess with intent to distribute hashish oil and laundering proceeds through Cinder's family's deli. The indictment was filed via information, meaning the defendants waived their right to a grand jury indictment. By doing so, they choose to bypass the grand jury process, which typically determines whether there is enough evidence to bring charges. Waiving this right often indicates that the defendants are cooperating with authorities and negotiating a plea agreement. Federal authorities allege Dank Vapes was used to manufacture and distribute over 3.7 million THC vape cartridges from California to various states between 2018 and 2019. So this was just 1 year, 3.7 million vape cartridges. Prosecutors claim that proceeds from these activities were laundered through the Tiber kosher meats. I guess that's their deli to legitimize the profits. And this is a conservative estimate. So, I mean, you can go ahead and read the rest. We're not going, it's pretty long. It's probably articles out. And it said now they're trying to attempt to seize $2.1 million in cash,
That ain't shit.
gold, a boat, a sports car, watches,
That ain't shit.
everything. Yeah. So what I want to
Slap
I want
them.
to hear you. What I did a lot of reading the article. I want to hear what you got to say. I want to
First
hear
of all,
the breakdown from Flocka.
the breakdown. Remember, I'm always a risk to reward in the heyday of Dank Vapes. The reward outweighed the risk factor that they about to face. What am I about to say? They've been seized First of all, the owners of Danks, if they got a meat market 9 times out of 10, and judging by their last names, they're foreigners. Judging by the last name, they're foreigners. Most foreigners send money back to their country of origin or invest in their country of origin in some kind of way. So one, they got their milk and honey overseas too. And they got their family set up to where the business is going to keep going some kind of way, whether it's Danks or not.
Mm-hmm.
Danks has an official website with cartridges, disposables, pens, and vapes, gummies.
They're
So they
trying to
end up,
legitimize it. They're trying to make it legit. Yeah.
you dig what I'm saying? So they spent money to get legitimized. So what I'm getting at, I'm jumping, but I'm gonna tie everything in.
Mm-hmm.
They got their shit seized in America. That's just America, and then that's just some of the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they sold approximately 3 million vapes each year. They've been pumping probably since 2017. We won't give them a broad estimate though. 2018 to 2021. 2021 is kind of like when the downside of, because I remember the Dank Vapes started getting
Crazy.
water whipped. People start re-rocking them and making them
Oh
and
yeah. I know what
counterfeiting them.
you mean.
So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? The Danks was hitting, and then you'll get a Dank and that, but you take straight metal. You hit. I'm talking about your throat is fucking harsh. So let's say from 2018 to 2021, they had an amazing run.
They was rocking.
They sold 3 million. Say they sold 3 million vapes for 3 years straight. 3 million vapes at $35 a vape. $105 million a year. The feds just took 2 mil, an old school Porsche, 4 cribs,
So
and they
basically, you
ran.
saying that. So you
Listen,
basically that's
I'm still
just
going. I'm still going.
okay.
And they cooperating. Let me tell you, they
Yeah.
cop a fucking plea. So that means they telling on somebody to get their
Yeah.
time lessened down. They're gonna come out to at least 5 mil when they get on. So to some people, the risk, no amount of money is worth a day in prison. To some people,
Mm-hmm.
if I can make this shit and tuck this shit away and get out and come home and be rich, hey. So 100. I'm gonna show y'all the fucking number, man. This ain't me
Well,
coming
they
in and
said
bringing
3.7. Well, they said 3.7 million in 1 year. They said 2018 to 2019. That's just 1 year, and they said that's
That's what I'm saying.
low ball
So
estimate. Yeah, that's just one
that's
year
a
of
low ball. So we're gonna do a low
low
ball
ball.
estimate
Yeah,
of 105. 105 million for let's say 3 years. So you do fuck that 4 years, because we got to keep it real, because they doing the same thing as these ghost distros they were doing the same thing. My bad, a Facebook. They were doing the same thing with
where
these.
you get 35? Where you get 35 a vape?
Um,
Because there's probably wholesaling, and then it would be people selling. You know what I mean?
but you know, like when the feds come, they be trying to like put
Oh, they trying
the
to
market
say,
value
yeah,
on it.
okay, yeah.
So let's say, okay, so even if we cut it in half, though, let's cut it in half, divided by 2.
Towards like 17 a vape.
That's still
50.
52,500,000. So times 4, that's 210,000 divided by 3 people. That was 210 million. So divided by 3 people, that's 70 million a person. Then let's say each of them people had 4 workers, 4 main
Plugs.
4 main plugs, or 4 main people underneath them, underneath the
Yeah.
hierarchy. Say
That was
the
like the
4,
plugs to the
yeah.
regions, to like
Say the
certain
3
regions.
bosses. Say the 3 bosses had each 4. Say the 3 bosses had 2 right hand men each.
Mm-hmm.
So divide that by 6. That's $11,666,000 that if they had an operation with 9 people eating heavy, you know how many families that could have fed? Or it might just be a whole family thing. And they just all the family, all just only the family eats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they said it was funneling all through they deli.
You know what I'm saying? So you know how many people they sent to college? You know how many people, in their family that they hierarchy, that they hire learning? You know how many people that you know how much money they sent overseas, properties and shit that they got? I'm Nigerian. You know what I'm saying? So I know like the cost of shit overseas, how much better you can live.
The
A
bang for your
mansion
buck.
overseas, you can build a mansion from scratch, 50 grand, nigga. 7 bedrooms, 4 bathroom, marble floor entry, marble motherfucking. The porch got marble floor in it, nigga. No fucking wood, nigga. Just concrete and metal, nigga. Custom made furniture, man. What the fuck? I'm thinking I'm looking beyond. That's why I say like you got to think they might have been the sacrifice for the family. Fuck it, they might have been the ones in the family
Oh, just
because
give them
in
3
the
up.
they they might have been the ones in the family where the family said these gonna be the knuckleheads of the family. But when you the knucklehead of the family in a foreign family and you successful, they can't do nothing but respect it.
Hmm.
I was the knucklehead. You get scrutinized. You get scrutinized.
Yeah.
You get scrutinized to the fucking T. Worse than an American family. Like my dad scrutinized me way worse than my mom did.
Correct.
My dad's a foreigner. However, out of my dad kids, I'm probably still holding the crown as the most successful. I got a sister that's a lawyer and all that shit. I got another little sister who she about to graduate and some shit. I got another a little brother that's like total fuck nigga. Like just an ingrate. Like just a but me, I'm the black sheep. I've probably been in the most shit, but I'm the only one who started businesses in the family. I'm the only one who got books on Amazon, artist, career man. Like, but I get the most scrutiny. Every time I say something, oh, why you have to say it like this?
Yeah,
What
you the
is this?
most criticized. Yeah.
The most
So when I'm
criticized.
seeing, yeah, what I'm seeing in the chat, people are saying, and shout out to the chat, shout out to the viewers. There's 40 people live right now, man. That's amazing, man. But people are saying, wasn't Dank Vapes counterfeited? But this is the thing to this. A lot of times these brands, they're the people that are counterfeiting their own products. A lot of y'all don't understand. It's a game inside of a game. Like even the dude who made Bape, Nego, Ben Baller said because he was tapped in with Nego. And remember when Bape was really big? Ben Baller said he owned
Mm-hmm.
the real factories, or he was working with the real factories. And then he also was paying for the factories to produce the fake Bape. So he was eating off the fake Bape as well. So
Which is
a lot of
which is
times
this, and
you think it's counterfeit, but it's all one and the same.
it's all the
Because
same.
all it
Same
is,
thing with the.
because even if it is counterfeit, it's still free marketing for Dank Vapes. Even
It's
if
still
they're
free
not, their
marketing.
hand it's still free marketing. Like you want imitation is the best, is one of the best forms of marketing, because when people are imitating you, it means you're doing something right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it might have been counterfeited, but you really don't know. It might they probably had their hand in the counterfeited Dank Vapes. You know what I mean? So that's one
And
thing I wanted to point out.
and we just doing these numbers. Like we're not even talking about
He said he almost
we're not
died
even
off a
talking
big
about black
cheap cart.
market. We- We're not even talking about black market. What happened?
He said somebody said they almost died off a big chief cart. I mean, that's
Hey,
not
I ain't
funny, but
lying, bro.
yeah. But this goes
It's funny,
back
but
to,
dog,
you gotta be conscious of what you consuming, man. Like a lot of these unlicensed black market,
I'm,
brands, like bro, they just putting
I'm gonna keep
anything
it
in
real.
there. Bro,
I'm
they
gonna keep it
putting
real.
anything. Yeah.
Listen. Them fucking Migos be having the worst cards, bro. They'll fucking send your ass to hell. Bro. Man, I remember one time I hit a card, bro, and I coughed for about 2 weeks, bro. That maxed me out. That made me stop, bro. It made me that made me stop because I can't hit the flower. Like flower would send me into a straight paranoia. Then it sent
Yeah,
me
different
into
universe. Yeah, same with me.
it
Yeah,
sent me to
it's
straight
different. Yeah.
laughter for about I go to paranoia for about an hour, laughter, and then I go to freaking man. Like I'm that flower. I be tripping. But the
Yeah.
vapes, I could like control. I could like
It's like a head high. It's a head high.
it's like oh man, I'm like, oh, all right, bet, got you. I got you.
Yeah.
Bitch, you ain't get me. I got you. Man, I hit one of
Uh-huh.
them fucking vapes, man. I think I got a fucking bundle from the Migos, bro. Like about 200 to them shits, bro. The price was undeniable, bro. I think the price was like
Five
$5
dollars
a
for
cart
one
or some
gram.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you flipping them
It
for
was like
15. That's
five
3X.
dollars, bro. Or it was
Yeah.
like $4 or some shit. And I'm like, oh my god, I can't pass this shit up. Got them shit, man. I hit that shit, man. I damn near went to hell. Oh my god, bro. I'm talking about almost croaked, bro. Almost fucking that's why she got Amigo be having, I don't know what the fuck. Amigo be having crazy cars, bro. I ain't lying, bro. But Danks had, bro, and this is the Dank real talk about I went to hell. I'm talking about I hit that shit. Man, I had a cough for 2 weeks, bro. But this is
Damn.
what I'm saying. With the Dank, you heard me? That's not even in counting the black market sales, like the motherfuckers that they got on call. Be like, I'm gonna get 1,000, motherfucker. Pull up, no
Mhm.
paper trail, just cash.
Well, I think all this was black market.
Things I don't
This
know.
was 2019,
All right,
2018 was. No, they
okay.
what I'm
Well
saying
then,
is the website you seeing now, they tried to like legitimize, like, oh, we gonna get a license and try to be like a legitimate cannabis business. You know what I mean? But the from what they getting prosecuted for, this was all unlike because I would go
yeah,
to
they
like
get
the little
prosecuted.
sessions.
Man,
Yeah, I would go to the sessions and it would be people with stacks of dank vape carts just, selling them $10. Boo, boo, boo.
oh
Like
yeah, all right.
they
Bet.
wasn't even, yeah,
So they was bleeding so they bled. Oh, they ate good.
man.
They,
So you
they
think
ate good.
how much do you think they got off with in this? What do you say, like 2018 to 2020? How much you
Shit,
think that they?
I think they got out with 100 mil
So you saying the risk? So basically, what you said, the
for
risk
them.
it made sense because it's like they
According
only
to
gave up
them.
like they're gonna give up like maybe 5 mil, but all that money is stashed somewhere overseas and
And she
properties in
overseas
different
and bank
businesses
account.
in gold. You seen they said they buy gold, so it's like that's untracked. You can't really track that. Like they
Come on,
whatever they
man.
found, but it's like you don't know where else the gold is. So they knew what they was doing. You know what I mean?
And they probably had lawyers already, and they probably like was already on the rate.
They
Like,
knew
bro,
this
when you
game was
that
going.
big, yeah, when you that big, it be the signs, and then it be whispers. Like it be
Mm,
whispers when you that big. See,
yeah,
like when you like when you like locally big, you don't really hear the whispers unless you got a family member that's in the judicial system in that state or in that city that can kind
correct.
of like give you a tip, like, hey brother, like listen, they own your mouth, dog. Like you need
Mm,
to. But and when you locally that big, it's really law enforcement just being dickheads. They just doing what the local police would do. They're not
mm.
looking at it like this shit legal everywhere. For them, they looking at it like you motherfuckers been evading taxes, making hundreds of millions of dollars evading us.
Not paying nothing to the IRS. Come here.
Bia, Bia, come here, come here, come, come, come. You
That's
feel
what
what I'm
I
saying?
tell
So like,
people. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
so it's a difference. Like when you locally trapping, the police are just being dickheads. All they know is we want to get another person off the fighting
Street.
the war on drugs. Like, yeah, we're doing
Yeah.
that's dickhead shit. See, on the other level is they'll let you do whatever as long as you're paying.
Paying your
The other
taxes.
level is you making 100 mil, we want 30.
30, 40 bill.
So, and that's why I say, like, that's why I don't understand racist white people racist Hispanic people, racist Asians, racist Arabs. I don't understand them because at the end of the day, it's a classism. It's a
Mm,
class. It's classes of people who, if you're poor, I don't give a fuck if you're white, black, Asian, Arab, Gypsy. Fuck you. But they've implemented the race amongst the common man to where that plays a big factor in what's going on. Just imagine if police officers excluded race and really looked at it and said, "Man, we putting our lives on the line for these rich
mm,
motherfuckers to be in mansions. Their kids go to the best schools while our kids still going to private schools, and we got to lock people up that's trying to feed their families like us." What if they said, "Okay, let's regulate this shit. Since they want to play games, y'all selling non-deadly drugs, we need our little cut too,
yeah.
in some kind
Nah,
of way, form." If it worked, I'm just saying, like, and I'm not trying to coerce any law enforcement to take bribery or nothing, but what I'm saying, on the next level of the judicial systems, politicians supposed to get a government pay every, like they get paid by the government. But why are these politicians net worth 60 million if they only making 100,000 a year, 200,000 a year?
it's called
No, they're paying.
lobbying. This is called lobbying. The
Exactly.
Walmart, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, they pay because when you get on those higher levels of business, it's more than just marketing. It's more than, my product is better than yours. It goes to regulation. Regulation is stopping these
No.
Nvidias, these Alibabas, the Best Buys. So now we gotta start paying people. It's legal bribery. We're paying you to change certain laws that are more so in our favor so that we can make even more and more money. Because when you're that big, you have to have certain laws swayed in your way so that now there's less tariffs, so we can import more goods. So that 5-10% extra that you're paying in tariffs, now that's 10% that and when you're talking about billions of dollars, 10% is a lot of money. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
10% can make or break a quarter. So, it's just higher levels that people don't, when you're talking about like what you said. I like how you talked about local compared to national. You know what I mean? Okay, a local drug dealer, he might be making 200,000, but now you talking about these dudes making 100 million and they're not paying no taxes, nothing like that. Like, nah, hey, we need that money. And that's what I try to tell people. It's like at the end of the day, cannabis is a commodity. Like somebody try to tell me like, "Oh, bro, this is the street." Like, no, this is a commodity. It comes from the earth. It's no different than cotton. It's no different than hemp. Well, cannabis is hemp. It's no different than any oil. It's no different than that. So, in the way they classify cannabis is it's still a Schedule One drug. So whether you're on the corner or you're a licensed dispensary, to the federal government, you're still the same thing. You're still a illegal drug operation. It's a federally illegal substance that you're selling. It literally does not matter. You're the same thing. So whether you're a local drug dealer or you're a legal cannabis dispensary with all the state licensing, everything like that, guess what? You still have to pay taxes. The legal cannabis dispensary that's in California, if you're in California, they're paying taxes and they're still a illegal business. It's still illegal in the eyes of the federal government, and they still have to pay
Crazy,
tax.
bro.
So if you're a local drug dealer, and we talked about this, why are you not? If you're making 100,000, 200,000, you need to be paying taxes. It
Get
doesn't.
back.
It doesn't make you exempt. It does not
If
make you exempt just because, oh, bro, this a legal business, bro. I don't have to pay. Like, no, you still have to pay taxes
if
because
you a
that
local
legal
drug dealer,
cannabis dispensary still pays taxes, bro. Like, people don't understand this. You know what I mean? So that's really
if
what I wanted to say.
if you are like me or said, if you a local drug dealer, dog, and you got that shit going, I'm talking about you got it going,
Hmm.
bro. The best thing you could do is pay taxes in some kind of way. The best thing you could do is do something, bro. We ain't talking about no just little giveaway once a year, bro. Create something for your people, dog. I don't give a fuck if that's a small. I don't give a fuck if you employing 260-year-old women to clean, to spot clean a business. Do it. Pay the tax. Do give back in some kind of way, bro, because it ain't about what you do, it's how you do it.
Mm.
California, Oregon, Michigan, DC, New York, it is all the cannabis model is a prime example, bro. An illegal product that they can legally sell, but it's still illegal, but long as the United States can tax it. So
They still
Dank
want
got
to
fucked
tax it.
because Dank Vapes got fucked
Was
because they
not
didn't want
paying
to pay
taxes.
taxes.
You
They
see,
bucked the
money
system.
laundering. Money
So
laundering. Yeah.
if you ever get that big illegally, bro, you need to get that big and get the fuck out this country then. Get that big, hit, and get the fuck.
Well, I mean, they got extradition laws. The U.S. gonna all. If you're a citizen of the U.S., you can live anywhere you live. You still have to
But
pay
no,
tax.
some places don't have extradition. Some places don't have
Yeah,
extradition.
yeah. I mean, if you want to move to
Treaty.
Pakistan or I mean, most
You know
countries
what I'm
got
saying?
extra.
Like
Yeah,
for
you want
instance,
to move to Russia,
Bali.
Pakistan.
Bali don't have extradition laws.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's certain countries that don't,
It's,
but
it's some good
yeah,
ass country that don't have extradition laws, but that's all I'm saying. If you're gonna run it up to the max, run it up and get the fuck.
or pay
Without
tax.
cause in the United States, you're not you're allowed to run it up, but you gotta come off it.
Yeah, you do. They're gonna want some of
Like
some.
you're allowed to run it up, but come off it, man. Put United States say put it in my hand.
Yeah, y'all
Uncle
want
Sam said put it in my
your
hand.
cake and eat it. You want your cake and eat it too. That's the problem with
Listen, brother, in the United
people want to do.
States, it's impossible. You cannot run it up and not come off it. You gotta come off something, bro. You got
And
like
the
Denzel
thing with
Washington
having
say.
a business, yeah, and the thing with having a business is, yes, you have to pay taxes, but there's ways you can leverage a business once you pay taxes because now you have verifiable income. Now you can leverage that verifiable income to go get assets and then use those assets to get more assets. This is what people do in real estate. They use their income. Now, okay, I make $500,000 a year. Okay, now I can go buy some houses. Now, those houses, once they appreciate in value, there's equity. There's something called equity in those houses. Now, with that equity, I can take a loan. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just teaching you basic financial principles. I can take a loan, something that me and Flocka know about, but we're just going to give this is free game. We can go take you. I can take a loan off of that equity in my house, and guess what I can do? I can go buy more real estate and wait and let it appreciate and buy more. This is the game this is the game within the game. A lot of y'all are so full. Oh, I got 100K cash, bro. That cash is in this
That shit go
society.
fast. That shit
It
go
goes
fast.
fast, and you're gonna spend it as fast as you get it.
That shit goes
You're
fast.
gonna
And not
spend quick money. Me and Flocka have made quick money. Guess what? We both spent it as fast as we get it. You don't appreciate it, and that's the problem. And cash is not worth the paper that they printed on. Money is not $100 bill is not worth any. It's not. There's nothing backing that. There's no
and
value. Yeah. Huh?
even when you say it, like
Yeah.
how much money you gonna spend a day?
You said what?
How much money you gonna spend a day, Neil?
What do you mean?
Like just to live today,
Oh,
like
man, at least
that's what I'm
you
saying. Like that's why I say so. Money, it shit fluctuates so much to where
yeah.
like I think I spend money every day.
Mm-hmm. Who's this guy? I got 100K on me right now. All right. I mean, yeah, you can have 100K on you, but if if you don't have no verifiable proof that you make 100K a year, bro, you can't get anything in this world, bro. You can't go and spend 100K and go buy a house or buy a car. Guess what?
Cook
They send
on the jail.
anytime you spend over $10,000 in cash, they send a form to the IRS and report, hey, this idiot has 10 or not. If maybe if you do legitimately have verify income, but they're going to be, hey, this idiot just spent $10,000. We're reporting that to the IRS. The business, any business has to do that. And then guess what? When the IRS sees that form, how do you have $10,000? Where they gonna check your income, bro? You don't even make $10,000 in a year. Where did you get this 10,000 from?
Where did
Like,
you
bro,
get it from?
this system, like, people, you think you're outsmarting the system, bro? They they know everything that you're gonna do. So I don't know what is just because you have $100,000. I mean, if you don't have any verifiable income to validate that 100,000, bro, you can't use that money, bro, and it's gonna eventually catch up to you. So I don't
Yep.
know what point you're trying to make. Like, what does that mean if you have a hundred
Maybe we
thousand?
should learn to meet people who work for the IRS. Uh-huh.
What
All
is
right.
that? What are you talking
Anyway,
about,
I'm not
bro?
even 40
I
an
don't know
hour a
what you
week.
talking about, bro. What do
Oh,
you
all
what
right,
do
all
you what
right,
do
all
you
right, all right. Basically, he said he worked for that money. Well, yeah, I mean that's cool. Like, yeah, we're not talking about if you have a
Yeah,
paper
that's what
trail
we're
for your
not
money, then
talking
you
about.
good.
Yeah, if you,
Like if you got a paper trail for your money, then you good.
obviously,
It's like
yes. That's not what we're
you know what
talking
I'm
about.
saying? Like it's motherfuckers who do other illicit shit other than black market cannabis, but got a paper trail. Like they said, what Tesla, Amazon paid zero taxes. How is that
Yeah.
legal? I mean, it's legal by law, but how is that ethical? No, but you know what I'm saying. So like, if you got a paper trail, then of course, yeah, you
But it's
good,
all,
bro.
if you understand the tax law, that's
And the
how it
tax
is,
law
bro.
is and the
It's
tax
tax
law is
law.
hard to understand. Like on
Yeah,
some real
but
shit, like the shit.
they have lawyers that they pay millions of dollars to go and
Yeah,
interpret that and figure out how they can get their tax liability low as possible. It's
like for instance,
100% legal. If they're doing something illegal, they would get prosecuted on that. So, I
like
mean,
if like for
yeah,
instance, I never received taxes ever in my life. I think one
like,
year, bro, I received
talking about
like
a refund.
yeah, I like
Yeah,
one year I think I might have received like $1,100 and I was locked up. So guess what that money went to? The my fees. Like
yeah,
so technically I never received taxes. I'm 34. I never received taxes, bro. I'm not
same
tripping.
here.
Long
I
as
always I always have to pay. I have to pay.
you
So
feel me?
when people go and get these large tax refunds, it's like, bro, all you trying to write everything off, bro. All you're
But people
doing
who
is, go ahead.
I would say there's some people who know the like, you know what I'm saying? My ex, she um she was CPA. She'll get like a 9K refund and she made like
Yeah,
150. But that's because she is in the sector of finance. So she
mhm,
know like she know all the motherfucking what the rich people are because she looking at their books. So
correct.
she's
Yeah,
seeing what these big companies are using as write-offs and all that shit. So that's how she
mhm,
able to finesse. But me, I don't never get taxes. I don't even waste my time trying. Fuck it. If Uncle Sam gonna take what he gonna take, man, take what you gonna take, man. Cause I ain't got time. I don't got time. Long as I ain't paying no outrageous shit. And once I start back making a lot of bread, instead of me paying outrageous shit, I'ma just buy shit that can be wrote off. So that way it's a win-win. So like the simplest way for me, if you make a lot of money, buy shit that you can write off. Because if you don't write it off, they're gonna take it. They're gonna take the
mhm.
bread. That's
Yeah,
why people
but no,
who
what
make
I'm
a lot
saying
of
is it's a double-edged sword though. When you
it's
write
double
off
edged. You gotta
things,
spend
you
it or they're
lessen in
gonna
your
take it.
income. Yeah, you lessen in your income, but it's less tax liability that you have. So it's a double-edged sword, bro. You can't just, all I'm saying is you can't just get a bunch of things, try to write it off, and then expect to go buy a house unless you have the income to do that. Like you're making millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you're making $50,000, bro, you shouldn't be trying to, or your business is making 50,000. You shouldn't be buying a bunch of things for the sole purpose of writing it off. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There is ways that, maybe you can get certain refunds and things like that, but for the base and mass amount of people, you need to understand that having income and paying taxes is actually a good thing, because then you can leverage that and go buy other assets. That's literally all I'm saying. But
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And again, I'm not no advisor. I'm
Uh-huh.
just I know a little. I know a lot of shit. I know a lot of shit. I know a little bit of shit about a lot of different stuff. I just got a gift. Like I know a lot of shit, but I'm not expert in a lot of shit. But I know a lot of
Yeah, I
stuff.
would say the same thing. I'm not That's why I'm saying I'm not this is not
Yeah, like I'm
financial
not an
advice.
expert. I know a lot of
Yeah.
shit though.
But I think it just
You know?
all ties back to these folks got caught because they tried to outsmart the system. They didn't want to pay taxes. They try to money launder. And like what you said, America does not care about whether you're doing, as long as you're not killing people, you're not doing sex trafficking, things like that. For the most part, you're not selling fentanyl. For the most part, they don't care how you make your money. Of course, there's certain exclusions. What they care about is if they get their cut of what you're making. That's really the only thing they care about. You know what I mean? Because like what I said, at the end of the day, whether you're a local drug dealer or you're a legal cannabis dispensary in your state with all the licensing certifications, in the federal government's eyes, you are still classified as a illegal drug operation, because cannabis is still a Schedule 1 federal drug. So
Yeah.
there's nothing that makes you any different from the legal cannabis dispensary that pays taxes to the city, the state, the county. So you need to do the same thing if you're making $100,000, $200,000. So I think that's just the message that we needed to get out to the people. Um, was there anything else you wanted to say? Because I do got to run.
Nah, man. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, gotta go do some shit, man. Like I said, bro. Most
And we
important
got
thing y'all
70
need to
viewers in
understand
there.
and know is that hell yeah, man. Good shit, chat, man. Appreciate y'all, dog. But the
Mhm.
most important thing y'all need to know is this, man. Especially when you're doing something illicit, bro. You can't duck Uncle Sam, dog. And if you is gonna do something illicit, like you only can do that shit for a shorter period of time. They maxed it out. They but that's why I say if you don't got no picks, see having no picks, it's an acronym that we use from around where I'm from. No picks and no choosers. They ain't had no picks or no choosers. They said, fuck the system. We about to run it up and fuck them. The problem with that is that they didn't pay their dues. They ran it up. They didn't pay their dues, so now they got to go do time. So now time happens is that family gets broken apart, money gets taken,
Scattered.
the good life that your people was living might not live that life, and then now you gotta like kind of like shuffle bread. But like I said, they made a lot of money to where they should have 100 mil. The amount of money that they made, they should have 100 mil.
At
If
least
they don't got a
minimum.
hundred mil, if they don't got a
Maybe.
100 mil, bro, if they don't got 30 mil, they fucked up because money laundering probably carry what? Let's see. Nigga got the end
At
of that
least
right in
like
front of me.
five,
Let me
ten
see.
years.
How long is money laundering?
Like 5, 10 years at least. It's a federal crime.
Uh, money launder carry. Oh my! I mean, felony carrying potential penalties of 180 days to 2 years in jail plus fines 10,000. Money laundering from 30,000 to 150,000. Third-degree felony under Texas law brings from 2 to 10 years. So 2 to 10 years, they give back half of that money. They looking at 2 years, give back about 30 mil.
Bunch of tax
Two
penalties,
years.
IRS fees.
Let's see how long do money laundering? What's the biggest sentence for money laundering? $3 billion money laundering scheme last. I guess the longest, huh? Yeah. So 2 years, man, 2 to 5 year type shit. Man, I ain't lying, bro. Shit.
That go back to the risk and reward. Like it may
It go back to the risk and reward, and it go back up to you. Don't ask
what
me.
you can tolerate. Yeah,
Don't ask me because 30 mil to go do 2-3 years. I go do 5 years for 30 mil, as long as I can come out. If I come
is
out,
the
I
30
got
mil
5 mil
still there?
left. Or even if I come out, I got 5 mil after 5 years. Man, I'm gonna be in that bitch working out, reading. I'm coming out and starting some kind of legitimate business.
Oh, we got a
So
super
it just
trapper.
depends, dog. It just depends.
That's a cakewalk.
And like I say, don't take my advice. Now, if they ask me 500,000 for 5 years, no,
Hell no.
100,000 for 3 years, no,
100,000 for nothing. I'm not doing, bro. 100,000.
like
What?
no,
That's some like
no,
crackhead shit.
100,000 for a year, no, I can make
No.
that. I could grind in a career and make that shit. So the risk for them, the risk is for them the reward. Now they gotta just face the music, and I come back. I don't got no picks, me, but they might have picks and be like, I can't take this shit, So they cooperating already, so they can't take the heat already. So, but they don't got no choice because the feds want that money. Uncle Sam want that money.
Yeah.
Uncle Sam wants some of that bread, so they're gonna give some of that bread back, but they still got to go do some time though.
Exactly.
So it just depends. That's why I said when it comes to the black market, notice I talk about marijuana because that was all I was willing to ever do. I know my tolerance. I'm not willing to go sell something harmful to someone and potentially unalive their
Hell no.
family. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? A family member or anything. Because I know what I can tolerate. I wouldn't be able to sit right in myself saying, damn, I sold somebody a fake perk and they died, and now I'm in prison the rest of my life over a fake perk.
I
Over a
went to
fake
school
perk.
with somebody who did that over some fent.
You know what I'm saying? But when I was trapping, I had made the conscious decision of shit, I'm selling weed. I'm selling a lot of weed. If I go down for this shit, so be it. I'm helping my mom. I'm putting myself through college. I'm not stealing from people. I'm not going in folks' houses. I'm not at nobody's job being unruly because I don't want to be there. So fuck it. I laid on my mat. We got some other phrase that we got too. It's called lay on your mat. Lay on your mat, take your lick. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they might feel like 300 mil we made. Fuck it, nigga. Take our lick. They might have calculated already what the fuck, what the most they could do is for money laundering. Shit, 5 years. 5 years, 300 mil. Chop that down, divide 300 mil times 5 years. 300 mil divided by 30 is what? 300 divided 5 divided by 30 is what? 6. 300.
6.
So that's 60 mil each. No, that's let's see, 100 mil each. 5
6.
years each divided by that. So let's say if they get 5 years, they got 100 mil each for the 3 people. They get 5 years. You divide that by 500 by 5. That's 20 mil a year to go do a year in prison. 20 mil a year. 20 mil a year, Neo. They didn't say if they already calculated in their head like
What's
all
the
they can
worst?
do is,
What's the worst that can happen?
what's the worst that can Neo, what's the worst that can fucking happen, Neo? Man, we can do 5 years. I ain't gonna see my son for 5 years. I ain't gonna see my dog for 5 years. We can run this shit up. And then you start running it up. And then they start looking at each other like, Told you, bro. What you want to do? Fuck it, keep going, bro. We're gonna stash this away for when it happens, because it's gonna happen. Some people think like that. Some people think it's gonna happen. When I was hustling hard as a bitch and I had a clean record, I had already told myself, bro, you're going to jail. Not today though. Real talk. I said not today and not this year or the next, but eventually you're gonna have to take a lick, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So they might have put it in they operation. The Dank Vape operation was so vast that they probably was like, this shit has gotten out of hand. We need to be prepared for when the pendulum strike.
Yeah.
For when the gavel strike, we need to be ready.
Because when you run
So
an operation that big, it's a lot of people counting on you. You can't just be like, oh, we're done. Like, it's people in all these different states and regions that was running it up too. So it's kind of like once you in, it's.
He said what they do. They started the Dank Vapes, the carts. They started the Dank Vapes and they money laundered the money. They made about 100 mil a year and they didn't pay Uncle Sam back. That's really what they did. That's really why they're going to jail. They're not going to jail because their product was unregulated. They're going to jail because
Money
the
laundering.
United States didn't get their money. So I'm saying 20 mil a year, it might be worth it to them, bro. Like 20 mil for the 5 years, that shit might be worth it. And I remember they flavors Maui Wowie. I remember all that shit, man. Like, you know that Maui was the fucking. You always, man. Look, man, come on, man. Like, come on, bro. The gelato was always nigga the hybrid. Because when I do hit the weed, I can't smoke individual strands. I gotta hit a hybrid. It gotta be a little bit of both that have me not trip out. If I hit an indica or a sativa straight, trip out way. So yeah, bro. So yeah, man, we gonna end that on that, Neo. But
yeah, for sure.
20 mil. Fuck, go do 5 years, but you made 20 mil each year.
It's kind of hard.
You made 20 mil 5 years. You made 20 mil every year 5 years ago, and now in 5 years later, we want you to go do 5 years for them 20 mil that you made. Oh, and also when I come home, I know I got at least 20 mil ducked off somewhere.
But we need you to cooperate though.
That's why I say I'm gonna cooperate and still come
like
home.
You like
I'm gonna cooperate with the money. Like, that's all I can cooperate is with the money.
Oh, you're not like pointing the finger.
No, I'm not pointing the finger at a nigga. No, I'm never doing this. Never.
Like,
I'm not doing this.
Okay, no. Okay, you made 20 mil, but it's like, hey, to do this 5 years, you got to go on the stand, and we need you to identify the. Oh, okay.
I'm identifying me. I got some money ducked off. I give you some of that money. I give you some of that money.
But
I'm never doing this though.
Oh, okay.
Listen. I'm never putting myself in a position where I got to do this to a motherfucker. I'm never. If the risk is too high, if I be like,
you're not risking.
It's like a motherfucker saying, Trent, Flock, we want you to broker this deal for guns and switches.
And then one of them guns, you get somebody killed or something like that.
Or just the whole time I'm gonna first go like this. Okay, illegal firearm. That could be a terrorist charge. This how my mind works. Okay, you could be charged as a terrorist.
Mm-hmm.
Illegal ammunitions, and then it could be another fucking government charge, a federal charge.
Yeah.
Intercoastal trafficking of firearms and weapons. So that's how my mind works. And I'm like, okay, how much I can make? If I brokerage it, I can make 100K like that. That's a quick 100K to not touch nothing, but I could be implicated in a RICO for that, or I can be implicated in conspiracy to district. Oh, nope, not fucking with it. How much the years charge with that?
Chat, as we close it out, I got a question. Y'all mess with us going live more or pre-record? Put it down in the comments, put it in the chat. man. We need to know. We trying to get feedback because if we can go live, it's way easier for us to just pump out videos
Yeah,
and pump out
both,
podcasts.
whatever
But it
people
might be
find.
not as refined. You know what I mean?
You see
It's
that,
not
but
gonna
remember,
be.
look what I
Yeah.
told you. I said, dude, say both. Whatever. Remember, I told you, bro,
Okay.
we could do this like this shit that we could do like off the phone. Like even if you
Mm-hmm.
somewhere and some breaking news come through,
We just boot. We just set
yeah,
it
man,
all
like we
up.
can do that shit. But yeah, man, let me rock and roll, man. I got
Oh
these niggas
yeah, I
trying.
gotta get going too.
I'm supposed to get
All right,
tatted.
y'all. We appreciate y'all, man. Man, we really appreciate y'all. We wouldn't be able to do this without y'all, man. We gonna keep growing. We gonna keep building. We gonna keep scaling this to be the biggest podcast in the world, man. And y'all are early. Y'all are the reason why it's even got to this point. So, any last words?
Man, appreciate y'all, bro. Listen, we gonna keep going, man. This is what I need y'all to do, chat. Today, go spam Wallow and Gilly, bro. On Instagram, spam them niggas, man. Spam them. Drop me and Neil names in their comment sections. Add them on y'all stories, man. And just tell them, hey, look out, man. Look out. We working.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Yeah, man.